Preparation of petals and crowns. Introduce the pliers in the sample ring and check size. That way successive rings can be made the same size. Place the nickel-silver wire in the pliers, holding it as close to the end of the wire as possible. Bend the wire round to make a ring. Holding it by the base, we turn it in, thus leaving it in the center. By doing this, we obtain enough opening to insert the petals in the crown. Make rings at each end of the petal. Hold the pliers parallel to the petal, twisting always in the same direction. The rings will be perpendicular to the petal, each one with the opening towards the opposite side. Repeat for each petal. Next, prepare the crowns. If you are making a 3-crown Handala, the largest one will use 8 mm and 6 mm beds. For the other 2 crowns, use the 8 mm and 4 mm beds. Once one of the crowns has been made, it will serve as reference for the other. Thread the beds, repeating the series of small, large, small 7 times. Make the ring at the other end in a way that it ends up perpendicular to the first, and close the crown. Assembling your Handala. If you are going to make a classical Handala, all the crowns, and therefore the petals, will be the same. In the case of the pyramid Handala, we have to use the correct petal. The largest crown will have larger petals, and the smaller crowns, smaller petals. Start with the largest crown. Introduce the first ring to the right of where the wire is joined together. Push the first set of beds towards the left, and close the other end. Continue working towards the left, placing the first ring of the second petal inside the previous petal. Push the beds again to the left and close. Repeat the process until you reach the moment of closing the last petal. Before doing so, we have to fit together the petals, turning it as shown in the video. Check that all petals are interlaced. Start with the next crown, of the same or corresponding size, depending on the model that is being made and the associated petals. Insert the first end next to the join, insert the other end through the intersection of petals of the previous crown, push a set of beds and close the other end. Repeat the process. The last petal will be linked naturally with the first. Now there are 2 crowns linked together. Make another 2 rows of petals on the crown that has just been linked. The ends of the petals are placed inside the previous ones, as shown in the video. At this stage, it's important to leave the petals turned inwards. Close the last petal linking with the first. Make a second row. If you are doing a 2-crown Handala, you only need another 2 rows of petals at the other end. You have completed a 2-crown Handala. If you are doing a 3-crown Handala, link the last row of petals with the 3rd crown. Now, all that is needed is to assemble the last 2 rows of petals to the ends. Three-crown Handala completed.